All right, Jamie, over to you. Good morning again.
Good morning, guys. Well, let's get straight into it. And you've been speaking about it on the show all morning that Sam Burgess' career is finished and it is due to that shoulder injury. But this actually wasn't part of my question. But I thought, while I'm in here, I'm just going to throw it at you boys. If you were a player that had a shoulder injury, would you then be going to Cabo with bikini-clad women on your shoulders?
Yes. Yes.
Like, he's there partying with, you can see
but he would have
videos.
known his career was over.
Okay.
So I would be over there if I was Sam, single, having a good time. I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
And can I just say too, I mean, it just shows the length. I mean, what that photo doesn't show is the actual pain that he's in.
Yes.
He's in severe pain, but he just, that girl said, can I get up on your shoulders to have a dance? And he goes, yep, I'm going to do that under sufferance.
Yeah.
So
Well, if some pretty young lady wanted to jump on your shoulders, Dave.
when I was in my prime,
Yeah,
single,
you'd offer,
Oh.
wouldn't you? So, of course you can.
Yeah.
Up you get.
even with the bung shoulder,
Yeah.
I'd say, look, not a drama.
We don't know how she got on his shoulders either. He may not, he
But
might
he's
be.
there dancing, like...
Might have been a couple of mates. It's just
No,
Anyway.
look, some people would be upset about it because he's over there and there was some speculation about is his career going to be finished and why isn't he back here getting his shoulder looked at and trying to sort of convince people that he wants to play. His mind has been made up, obviously.
Yeah.
That's part of the reason why he went away. He had a 50th birthday over there. He's having a good time. I got no issues with it.
Yeah, it definitely looks like he's having a good time. Just before we move on, South, they're $15 to win the comp. What do you think their chances are for next season?
you'd love to know what their squad looks like when they line up for round one. Because it'll all depend on what the NRL do with his salary of $1.2 million.
Yeah, I think that's the key, Jimmy. I think obviously they've got a couple of guys that they'd like to get to the team or get into the team. A couple of names that have been mentioned already is Tyson Frizzell, who's off contract at the end of the next year, Jai Arrow and David Fafita. So they'd be all good replacements for Sam Burgess. I don't think they can win the comp without Sam Burgess unless they replace him with a player like one of those three that I just mentioned.
Yep.
Boys, Sonny Bill Williams has been offered the richest contract ever to return to rugby league. It's a staggering $9 million for 2 seasons. This is to join the Toronto Wolfpack, and it's the Canadians' first season in the English Super League. Do you boys believe he is a $9 million man?
Doesn't matter whether he is or not. That's what someone's prepared to pay, from what we believe. So that's David Argyle, who's a mining magnate, Australian mining magnate. He's got Toronto Wolfpack after 3 years in existence into the English Super League, which is just phenomenal what he's been able to do. And it's a little bit like, it doesn't matter how much Sonny Bill Williams is going to improve your side, he will bring eyeballs to your team. And the commercial interest is what David Argyle's most interested in.
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm assuming you get one player, a marquee player, so you're allowed to pay that type of money. Because I was thinking, why would you pay $4.5 million a season for one player when I could go out and get 3 or 4? So I'm assuming that it would be a marquee player.
$300,000
so $300,000 is
on the
what's
cap.
capped.
All the rest is off the cap.
Well,
Yeah.
So to entice him to come and play and to have him up as your pin-up boy, he would lead the crusade of rugby league in Toronto, and obviously being a part of that Super League, they feel as though the investment would be there. And if you're Sonny Bill, you're not even thinking about anything else because the wear and tear on his body won't be there.
Yes.
And he can set himself up for life, $9 million or a $10 million contract for the final 2 years, and then, do some networking. I mean, part of the process of going over at the end of your career would be to obviously help inspire the next generation of kids through and turn them into professionals, but it's also your ability to network and look after your own interests at the end of your career, so you have something else to go to when your rugby league career is finished.
Well, boys, the Australia's anti-doping boss, David Sharp, has definitely lit a fuse, declaring that Russia should be thrown out of the Tokyo Games if it's found to have deliberately erased positive drug tests. So WADA have given Russia 3 weeks to prove what has happened in this situation where tests have gone missing. Do you agree that if there is evidence exists, the data has been manipulated before it was sent to WADA? should Russia be out?
100%.
Yeah.
I think it's about time people stood up to Russia.
Where's that come from?
Well, don't you
I've
reckon?
never heard you talk politics or anything like that.
Well, of course they should, but they're too worried about.
Yeah. What's going to happen? Yeah.
Putin.
They are.
I don't know.
People, but the governments don't want to get involved.
No, I know, but I've never heard you talking politics.
Well,
like that.
it's not politics, but when you're talking Russia, when you're talking Olympics, when you talk about systematic doping systems that have been running for years, it's unfair. And I feel sorry for all those athletes. And you talk to people like Raylene Boyle. Mm-hmm. She was there, and the lady that stole her medal was an East German.
Yep.
Yes.
But they were dopers. They were people that were outright cheating, and they feel very strongly that they were robbed.
Yes.
And for the rest of their life, they aren't known as gold medalists, and that could have changed her life. It could have changed her life forever, but it wasn't. And I just don't think it's fair that they're allowed to get away with what they're doing.
And just before we quickly get to the news, boys, Golden Eagle, who wins?
Well, you put a line. I don't reckon the favourite will win.
Arcadia Queen.
Okay.
Put them on the line.
I don't reckon.
Put them on the line.
The Coolmore horse will go good. The thing that Pierre-Charles Boudreau is riding. And
Does the thing have a name?
Brutal.
Right.
Brutal. I reckon Brutal.
From out wide.
Brutal from out wide, come across.
Okay.
Well, I guess he did that in the Doncaster. Barrier 18.
I'm on the favourite.
Yeah.
I reckon the
Arcadia Queen.
Tabajine generous.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, Scoot.
You're being generous.
And when are you on the...
Well, you were bagging it yesterday. You were saying you can't believe how short it is.
Yeah, by the way, punters, Laurie's doing a sports tour to Russia next year. So get on the plane with him, get on the bus, and away you go.
Daly's tours of Moscow. We look forward to that.
Well, at least I haven't got splinters from sitting on the fence. Like our man who's supposed to know his horses. He can't even say the favourite in the Melbourne Cup.
Thank you, Jamie.
Thanks, guys. Have a good day.